The Carmichael coal mine is a controversial coal mine in Queensland, Australia, owned by the Adani Group. Construction began in July 2019. The mine has drawn criticism for its claimed economic benefits, financial viability, government subsidies and environmental impacts. Broadly, these impacts have been described as its potential effect on the Great Barrier Reef, the groundwater at its site and its carbon emissions. The open-pit mine was approved by the Queensland Government and the federal Australian governments. The mine was initially planned to produce 60 million tonnes of coal per year. However, funding difficulties resulted in downsizing the planned mine to produce 15 million tonnes per year. The thermal coal produced by the mine is predicted to consist of 11% ash and have a weighted average value of 4,301 to 4,600 kilocalories per kilogram. The coal is planned to be transported by rail to the ports at Hay Point and Abbott Point. Construction is currently underway and commercial-scale coal mining is planned to begin by the end of 2021. The Martinus Rail Construction Company was contracted in 2019 to construct 86 kilometers of the railway line to the mine. BMD were contracted in July 2020 for the earthworks, drainage, bridges, rail camp construction and road upgrades. The number of employees was over 2,000 in November 2020 and the company claimed over 2,600 employees in June 2021. The mine is located in central Queensland, with the majority of the site being within the Isaac region and a small portion being within the Charters Towers region. The coal was formed as part of the Galilee Basin, a 247,000 square kilometer inland region which includes aquifers that are a part of the Great Artesian Basin underground fresh water source. Mining operations currently consist of small-scale barite, bentonite, calcite, gypsum, limestone, opals, phosphate and potassium mines. There is no history of coal mining of the basin. In 2010, the Premier of Queensland Anna Bligh announced the Coordinator General had declared the proposed Carmichael coal mine and rail project assessment as a significant project. Adani Enterprises purchased the lease in 2010. Since then, proposal has gone through many changes. The operational mine life was originally proposed for 150 years, later reduced to 90 years and as of 2016 to 60 years. In May 2014, Queensland's Coordinator General approved the project to proceed. 190 conditions were set by the state during both construction and operations phases of the mine, with particular attention paid to groundwater and water bores. In July 2014, Federal Minister for Environment, Greg Hunt, approved the mine to proceed after 36 conditions were stipulated. Exporting coal from the Carmichael mines required new terminals and seabed dredging at the Abbott Point Coal Port. A plan was approved to dump the dredge on land in 2015. In August 2015, the Federal Department of Environment and Adani signed consent orders in the federal court to set aside approval of the Carmichael project. The federal court found the Environment Department did not correctly follow requirements under federal environment law to consider conservation advice regarding two endangered species affected by the proposal, the yakka skink and the ornamental snake. This led to considerable controversy. The project was re-approved 2 months later, in October 2015. In July 2019, Adani Australia commenced construction of the Carmichael mine after receiving final approvals. Over time, the company has obtained more than 100 approvals for the project. The Carmichael project has been granted approvals under 7 different Commonwealth and Queensland Acts. In July 2020, Adani commenced the first stages of the box cut process, and construction remains on track for first coal in 2021. This was achieved in June 2021. The Stage 1 Carmichael coal mine will be able to produce 10 million tons of coal a year. It is an open-cut truck and shovel mine. The current mine development underway also includes upgrades of regional infrastructure such as roads, accommodation villages, power, communications, water management infrastructure and other services. There will be more than 120 ground monitoring bores and 3 air monitoring stations. A conservation area around the mine will be 33 times the size of the 10 million ton mining area. In 2014, the mine planned to contain 6 open cut pits and 5 underground mines. However, when the mine was scaled back in size, the design was changed to being an open cut mine only. The surface disturbance area was 27,892 hectares and was about 50 kilometers long. Approvals are in place for water use and monitoring. Operations at the mine were expected to consume 12 billion liters of water each year under the lapsed plan. 2 parallel proposals for rail lines between the Carmichael mine and port facilities were floated during the planning process. In 2014, Adani signed an agreement with South Korean construction company POSCO to develop the North Gully.